love this saying. Life is uncertain. Eat dessert first. I love desserts. Well, today we're going to prove that true. Mother-daughter cooking instructors Betty Ann Donegan and Stephanie Dietz are here to show us how to make sour cream apple crumb pie. It looks so delicious.
It is.
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah,
With you guys making it. All right, is this your own recipe?
It is.
All right, and I know there's a lot to this, so we kind of have to get going, right?
We have to get going.
But first, let's go through the ingredients.
Okay, what I have in the bowl here is I have 3 cups of Wonder flour, a teaspoon of salt, and 1 cup plus 3 tablespoons of Crisco, which I'm cutting in.
Did you say Wonder flour?
Wondra.
Wondra.
Wonder
What is
flour.
that? Wondra.
It's a flour that's a little bit cooked and there's not very much protein in it, so it's great for making crusts.
And where do you find that?
In the grocery store. It comes in a
the
canister.
canister.
Oh,
you
it
know,
does?
the blue canister, yeah.
Is it in the baking aisle
Yeah,
section?
yeah.
You'll see it.
So I'm working in a...
No, I don't spend a lot of time in there.
I'm working in about 8 tablespoons of cold water, very cold. I have
Very
ice.
cold.
I have ice in here.
And why does it have to be cold?
Well, we want to keep the Crisco cold. You always get better results if you put cold shortening into a hot oven. So this dough is not going to be chilled. We're just going to roll this out and make the pie right away.
So is this what makes it kind of flaky?
Yes.
Absolutely.
Oh,
Yes.
flaky
It's the
and
water that
moist.
expands in the oven. It turns to steam and it makes little pockets of...
So you have to really work quickly when you're
Very
working
quickly.
with the cold
right,
water.
Right. You
because-
don't want the dough to warm up. Yep. So that's why I'm not touching it. See how I'm not touching
Yes.
it?
You're
And
not touching it.
Right. And I don't want to touch it. The only time I'm going to touch it is to get it together into a ball.
And you will need one of these too, don't
I need one of these. This is a pastry blender. I'm going to grab this together.
All right.
And I'm going to cut it. This makes 2 10-inch crusts. This is a 10-inch pie. Steph, show them the 9.5-inch dish. If you
Right,
don't
so-
have a 10-inch dish, you can use a 9.5-inch dish.
And when you do a 9.5-inch dish, you still use the same recipe?
Same amount of filling.
Of
right.
everything?
Because it's a little bit deeper than a 10-inch dish. These they don't make anymore, unfortunately. You can get them on eBay and places like that, or maybe you find them in a tag sale. So if you ever see a 10-inch dish, you should grab it because it's a really, really nice size pie.
What you can find is a 9.5.
But 9.5 are easy
Won't
to
it
find.
be oozing out if
No, because
you
it's
use
deeper.
that? Oh, it's deeper. Okay.
So it'll work just fine.
Very good. All right, what did you just do?
I'm making, this makes 2 crusts, so I just cut the dough in half.
And you really aren't trying, you're trying not to pat it so much.
Right. I don't want to touch it much at all. I have a little bit of flour on the cloth.
Oh, that's right. This is
This is a
explain to
cloth.
everybody what you have here.
This is a cloth-covered board. There's a cloth here. See, this comes off. And then
you
there's a
can,
board
you can find all
underneath.
this at a chef store or anything like that? Or
You have to
can-
send away for these online.
You do?
Yeah, you have to
Okay.
send. And I'm going to roll this out, and I'm going to put it into that dish right there, that 10-inch dish. Now, you see
Even
how
the roller is easy to
Yes,
roll.
this is a very easy dough to roll, and I'm letting the rolling pin do the work, not me. Because if I press hard, then the dough gets tough.
So
Now,
you just want to do gentle roll?
gently, and you want to go off all the way so that it's even. Now, if this looks like a map of the United States, watch what I can do.
Oh,
You see how easy it is? See how easy it is to patch? Because the dough isn't dry because of the cloth and because of this cover.
You can just blend it right in.
Well, because the moisture, you see, I'm not putting a lot of flour. I didn't put any flour.
That's true.
So that's why it's so...
But you also have this really cool rolling pin.
Right, that's a very nice rolling pin. Yes, that is. It's a very nice rolling pin. Now I'm going to get this in the dish.
She's really moving fast because she doesn't want her crust to cool.
To heat up.
Or heat up,
Yes,
right.
doesn't want it to get hot, yeah.
I'm just going to unfold this, and then I'm going to make a flute. Now, since this is a single crust pie, there's no top going on this, so I'm just going to fold over the edges like this, you see, and then I'm going to flute it. Now, Steph's going to work on the filling while I'm doing this.
Okay, so you're just fluting, and
Yep, I'm just going to fold the edges in.
then after this, you put it in the oven?
Well, I have to put the filling in. and then
Oh,
the-
no,
and the-
okay. I
and the
wasn't sure
crumbs.
if you do the, okay.
Yeah, no, this doesn't need a top because this is just one crust pie.
Oh, okay, very good.
Okay, so Steph's going to do the filling.
All right, Steph, what do you have over there?
She could be in the world records for
I know,
how
she's
fast she
really
can make
moving fast. Oh, my
So funny.
goodness.
All right, so you want to come over here
let's
and
go with
we'll talk about
with
the filling?
Absolutely, I'll move over here next to you.
All right, so here I have 6 cups of Jonah Gold apples that I peeled and cored and
Can
sliced
you
up.
mix apples here?
We don't like to mix apples in a
Okay.
pie. Okay. Now, Jonah Gold is a blend of a Jonathan and a Golden Delicious, which are both good baking apples, but when you put them together, it's also very nice. But you can use Cortland, too, which is very nice. And they're easy to find right now.
How
Cortlands
many
are
apples
available.
do you have there?
This took 6 apples to get 6 cups, because this is a pretty good size apple.
So basically, an apple is one apple.
A
equates
good
to
size,
one,
yeah. By the
one
time
cup.
you trim it out, yeah, it is. All right, so then in here I have the sugar, the salt, and the flour, and I'm going to put in sour cream.
Of course, we'll have the complete recipe on our website. So sour cream, of course, is part of the recipe. It's got to be
Right,
in
sour
there.
cream apple pie, yep. So there's a 1.5 cups of sour cream.
Now, can you if you wanted to, could you substitute the sour cream for, let's say, yogurt?
Light, no.
No?
No, you really don't
Okay.
want to do that. And do not use light sour cream. That would be an absolute
You want the really
disaster.
good stuff.
Yeah, yeah.
Well, light
And then
sour
we-
cream has water in it. Light sour cream is whipped with water, and there's nowhere for the water to go when you put it in the oven.
Okay.
So it's going to
Yeah,
ruin
that
the
would,
pie.
That would be bad.
So we just put an egg and we just put vanilla, right?
Yep, and then we're just going to mix this all up. And then we're going to...
And you're using a different...
This is a flat whisk.
Okay.
Yeah, we love these. They're a little hard to find, but it gets all the
Can
tines
you just
hit
use
the bottom.
a spatula?
Yeah, if you
don't
got to
have
break
one of
up the
those?
egg, yeah, or just a regular whisk. You got to break up the egg, so.
Okay. That's all you really need, is to
Right.
break it up.
So that's that, and then we're going to pour this over the apples and gently toss that.
I'll help you out. That smells good.
I know, doesn't it? This pie, oh my God, so good.
Do you make this for Thanksgiving?
Oh yeah. One of the nice things about it is you can cut it into very small pieces, so if you have, 5 or 6 pies that you want to try, you can
But the pie that you brought here, your mom said that it can serve actually 12 people?
Yeah, easily.
Easily.
Yeah.
And if you want to make smaller pieces, then perhaps 16?
16, yep, definitely. All right, so let's get that mixed up.
Okay, let me just get this going. Just mix it up like that?
Yep.
Okay.
How's the crust coming, Mom?
I just want to finish fluting it.
Are you done?
No, I just did half of it. I
Okay,
want-
Here,
so
I'll
then
finish
you want
this
to,
and you
yeah,
can
you're
go.
going to have to put that in there, right?
Okay, yep.
Okay, well, you guys move so fast, so why don't you
I just
keep
want to show
moving?
you, we're just fluting this.
Because we have less than 2 minutes now.
Oh,
you
goody.
did really well.
I'm just doing a little thumb twist, that's all. Just putting my thumb and twisting it and making the edge. And this has
that's so pretty.
this has a lip on it. You see, this deep dish doesn't have a lip on it. So this is nice if you can get a dish like this. And that's all it is. See? Now she's going to give me the filling,
There you go.
and I'm going to put the filling in here like this.
And you said it doesn't require anything on top, right?
Well, I'm going to put crumbs.
Crumbs, but nothing like
No,
the-
no salad crust. No, this is,
Okay.
a crumb topping is,
That's what you put
that's,
on top of it.
that's it, yeah.
Okay, here you go. Got
Thank
it.
you. Now I'm going to do the same technique with the butter for the topping. I'm going to cut it in with the pastry blender again.
We have about a minute.
Okay.
There you
We
go.
can do it.
Okay, let's do it. Okay, this is the crumb part.
This is the crumb topping. What I have here is I have a little bit of flour, a little bit of brown sugar, a teeny bit of little salt, and some cinnamon. I'm just going to cut in this butter. And again, with the pastry blender. Now you see the shape of this, and you
Yes.
see the shape of the bowl? There's no corners on this bowl. So I can get right down to the bottom of the bowl with the pastry blender. And I'm going to put some nuts in, but I didn't put them in yet. Because if you put in nuts, it's hard to cut the butter in.
That's
because the
true.
nuts stop the pastry blender from going down to the bottom.
What kind of nuts are you using?
We're using almonds.
Almonds.
These almonds were toasted and then cooled completely and then chopped in a
Can
Cuisinart.
you use something else?
Yes.
Pecans
You could,
or-
but wait till you taste this. It's
Okay.
so good with the almonds.
Almonds.
So this is just a way of getting the butter into little pieces.
You want that crumb look.
Yeah, and if you want to do this in the Cuisinart, you could do this in the Cuisinart. Okay.
Ready?
Here
Yep.
we go. Those almonds.
And we're just going to sprinkle this on the top of the pie. Like that.
So you'll see in the recipe, when you bake this, the first 10 minutes are at 400, and then you have to turn the oven down, and then you bake it for another 30 or 40 or however long it takes. So it's really key to remember to turn the oven down after the
Should
first
you move
10
the
minutes.
apple pie too, or anything? Just leave it
No,
there?
just let it, you don't even have to open the oven door, just change the temperature.
Very good.
Yeah.
And this is a Pyrex dish. You want to make sure you cook this in a Pyrex
Voila!
dish.
You did it. You did it. Okay, we're out of time, but we're going to try the apple pie at the end of the show. Isn't that beautiful? Thank you.